if you want to see how I did this Jasmine Tooks inspired makeup look, keep watching. Hello guys. Okay, this is weird. Okay, makeup tutorial. So I literally don't think, I've filmed like maybe 2 makeup tutorials before, but I've never posted them. But this one, I feel like if it goes well, it could be really cute. So today's my birthday and I really want to do this look by Jasmine Tooks. I literally found it like yesterday or the day before, and I sent it to my mum, and then I was like, Mum, I think I have to recreate this look. It's gorgeous. I love Jasmine as well. Like, she's such an icon. I've literally been following her since I was in damn near like year 7, which is, I don't know what grade that is in America, but basically since I was like 12 years old maybe, or 13, when she started doing Victoria's Secret. I think that was around the time I started watching Victoria's Secret, which I believe was 2013 maybe, or 2012. But whatever year Jasmine started to walk for Victoria's Secret is when I started to watch the Victoria's Secret fashion show. You know, there was only so many black girls in those shows, so Jasmine was like a really big like inspo for me growing up. And I feel like as I've just gotten older, and she's like also I guess gotten older, she's just such an inspiration. So I'm doing this makeup look and I'm kind of scared. It's giving smoky eye, which is always very dangerous grounds, and I literally only have like 45 minutes to do this, so it's gonna have to be a quick one. My hair is in a scarf just because I'm wearing a ponytail and I want my hair like slicked back. So until I get to my foundation where I need to kind of get up to my hairline, I'm just gonna keep this on. And yeah, let's get into this look and have a little chit chat, and yeah, I don't know. Let's go crazy. Also, wait, this top is backwards. There we go. Okay, now we look a bit less disheveled on the internet. Crazy. So I've already done my skincare, but I want to just bring some extra hydration because it does feel a bit dry. So I'm just gonna go in with this skin essence, and of course none of this is sponsored because I have 5 followers. So this is literally for the 5 girls that are watching me. This is the Boots Glow Essence. It's honestly, I don't think it does anything like crazy special, but it's just super hydrating. So I do like to use it on my skin when it's feeling a bit dry, especially before I put on my primer, because I feel like primer, no matter what primer I use, it really does dry me out. So yeah, but how are you guys? It's crazy that it's my birthday. I'm literally just a 20-something-year-old teenager, and you're telling me that I'm just having to live this life? Ridiculous. Now I have a love, by the way, my makeup stuff is down here, so if I'm like leaning here, it's because I'm getting to my makeup. But I actually have a very big love-hate relationship with primer, because I feel like I never was a primer girly, and then I tried it out and now I can't tell whether it actually works or not. The primer I have is NYX Honey Dew Me Up. I don't know, my friend gave it to me like a couple years ago, and I just, like I said, I'm not really on the primer game. I know the e.l.f. one is meant to be good, but my issue is if I see too many people reviewing the same thing at the same time, I don't believe that it's good. I just believe that they got paid for it. Because the guy is, I too would do an advert if someone paid me to do an advert for something. Do you know what I mean? Since I have to wear this makeup all day, I'm gonna put on a nice good layer of primer. But what I do like about this primer is that again, it's like very dewy, so it's very hydrating. Also, if you can hear them birds, I'm sorry, I live like in front of a bunch of trees and the birds are always active. Primer done. Now let's do a foundation. This is kind of crazy. Well, it might seem kind of crazy. It might be crazy what I'm about to say. This is actually the first birthday I've spent away from my family, and I think this is the first birthday that I've spent away from my brother, because we have, like I said, we have the same birthday, and I don't know how I feel. I feel like birthday wise is I can manage, but having the first Christmas that just went past without my family was terrible. Never doing that again. 2 out of 10, do not recommend. I feel like there was a period of time where I really didn't care about my birthday, and I feel like I still kind of feel like that, but I am very excited today. So for the foundation, guys, this is what we're gonna do. This is how you make your makeup last all day. But if you are a girl like me that have like some laugh lines, they don't look crazy right now, but my laugh lines are insane. And this really makes your laugh lines show a lot less than what they normally look like. I'm gonna get a bit of tinfoil. It doesn't have to be tinfoil. If you have like a natural metal plate for like makeup mixing, that would be great as well. I do not have one of those, so we are using this tinfoil. Guys, I've been using the True Match L'Oreal foundation since I was damn near, I think like 16 years old, and I have not changed. I think I've changed maybe shades a little bit because they introduced new like shades, so the numbers slightly changed, but I have not used another foundation ever in my life, like ever. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the foundation and we're going to put like a pump and a half, and then this is the trick. You get an essence or some sort of like hydration serum. I use the glow one that I was talking about earlier. Yeah, like half. I put like half the syringe, mix, and then you go on your face with it. What I like to do is basically spot conceal with the concealer mixed with the essence. So I just go over the areas that are like my big problem areas, which is basically the right side of my face, because I think that's the side that I sleep on, so I'm more prone to getting spots on that side. And then my forehead, just because I have moments, do you know what I mean? Like I have moments. And then I go around my lips, and this is actually a tip that Jasmine recommended. Like, make sure you conceal the edges of your mouth. And I always forgot that, and I didn't realize how much I forgot that until she mentioned it in one of her TikTok makeup tutorials, and I was like, wait a second, we're doing that in the corners. We'll let that sit. And then I'm also going to go under my lip because I got some darkness there, and then just above here over the cupid's bow. And then I like to not put any foundation on my smile lines just to minimize the amount of product that's there. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing over my nose here, because I have like this, I don't know if you guys could see it before I covered it up, but I have this line, this like skin crack that I've had my entire life, and I have no idea where it's from. I think it's because when I was younger I used to always like rub my nose like that when it was itchy, so I feel like maybe that was why, but I literally have no idea. Let's blend this in. I'm just using a flat stipple foundation brush. I think it's technically a powder brush. It's from Primark. Guys, one thing about my makeup, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, one thing about my makeup is I use the cheapest products. Like I literally have like some products from Daiso. Daiso is like the Japanese version of Poundland. I really don't, I think as long as like these things going on my skin are of somewhat quality, like the L'Oreal True Match foundation is drugstore, but it's not like a Poundland foundation, do you know what I mean? My makeup is very cheap. Like I really don't, I don't know, I'm not just not, when it comes to like places I want to spend money or willing to like drop cash, I know people always say your skincare and your makeup should be it, but for me, like I've been alright with just using the drugstore stuff, or just like Poundland. I've got a lot of Primark makeup I've used, and I know people freak out at the thought of like Primark makeup. I have just products from all over the place, truly. I'm not fussed. Me, as long as it looks good and my skin don't break out, it's calm. And I feel like this foundation, like I've been using it for years, so the thought of trying a different foundation is kind of scary. Like even when I do like modeling shoots, I bring my own foundation. One, because they just never have my shade, and two, because it's just, I know my skin likes it, you know what I mean? And I know the colour match is perfect, as you guys can see. Although these days I do feel like my colour match is a bit dark, but I'm not ready to actually change my foundation, so shall keep using it. But as you can see, I used a pump and a half. There's still loads of foundation left. It just blends into the skin so evenly, and so like it's giving skin finish. As you can see, I'm going to now go into my concealer. I use the e.l.f. Camo concealer. I've been using this again for a while. I actually want to, concealers I've ran through. I can't lie, I'm a bit of a concealer whore. I've run through a few concealers in my lifetime. But right now I feel like this is the perfect color. I love the consistency. The only beef, and everyone has this beef with the flipping e.l.f. Camo concealers, is that they flipping separate on your skin depending on the product you have underneath, depending on form of blending you use. Like for me, I find with the foundation technique that I do, if I blend it out with a brush, it doesn't work. But I find that if I blend it out with a cushion pad, it doesn't separate. I'm just gonna, again, because I don't want the makeup to be too heavy, I'm just gonna apply concealer in the inner corner here, a little bit here, just to raise the eye a little bit. And I always just do it like that, because I'm also going to shape my nose using the concealer. A little bit under my eye, and then down the bridge of my nose. I like to go a bit more heavy on the bottom of my nose, because for some reason that's where the makeup likes to lift. And then I normally blend, but guys, with this concealer as well, guys, a little goes a long way. A little goes a flipping long way. So literally, this is probably enough to do the whole of my face that I need to conceal. I used to always put concealer here, but I don't know, for me, I find that it doesn't really do nothing. So I just go with the excess and kind of pat it there. What we're going to do now is get the cushion pad, and we're going to blend this out. So I like to kind of make like a point, like I use my middle finger to like push the cushion in to make like a bit of a point. And I go into the corner of my eyes and I blend it down and I take it right over like my nose. So I'm gonna like, what do they call it, backwards contour? Like backwards contour my nose basically. And yeah, and then I blend it up to the eye and then I lift that all the way back up, kind of in like a drag style of makeup. I feel like I use a lot of drag techniques. The drag girlies, they love to blend their concealer like all the way up, like in a very dramatic, almost like theatrical kind of way. In the nose, gonna dab upwards into the forehead like that, and then we dab out the forehead like that. And then I like to leave the nose looking a bit cartoonish right now because I'm going to go in with some powders to sort that out. And then we go down the other side with the concealers. I don't want to just talk about the makeup though. I want to talk about like life, guys. Obviously, like I'm living in Japan. I know I keep saying I'm going to do a Q&A on my Instagram and I keep not doing the Q&A, but I really do want to do a Q&A, especially before I leave for summer. So if you guys are like watching this right now, leave some questions that you want me to answer about living in Japan, living in Tokyo, just about my life in general, even things outside of Japan and all that kind of stuff. Like if you guys want to get to know me, let me know. I actually did a get to know me like I think 1 or 2 years ago, but obviously I've grown a lot since then, so I'm happy to do a new one. And yeah, so let you guys let me know. I can't even speak English, bro. This is the vibe. Okay, on Jasmine's face, she also hasn't gone too crazy with concealer. Her hair is a bit lighter, so I might just put like a dot, but God knows if this looks crazy later, I will be crying. No guys, you don't understand. My favorite type of text is when I'm running late, or I just know, like, you know, sometimes you wake up and you just know you're gonna be late, like you just know it's gonna be late, and then your friend texts you saying, yo, I'm so sorry man, I'm running late. And I'm like, bro, me too. That's why we locked in, for real. That's why we gang. While I'm just blending out this last bit of concealer, were you guys ever fans of the Victoria's Secret fashion show? I feel like the Victoria's Secret fashion show, especially if you know me like in real life, is like my Roman Empire. Like I feel like since I started watching it when I was around 12 or 13 years old, it's been over 10 years. It's been over 10 years since I started watching the Victoria's Secret fashion show. And honestly, like I feel like everyone has like a TV show or activity or hobby that's a very big part of their personality, and I feel like for me the Victoria's Secret fashion show is that. I just grew up watching these gorgeous women who were just like so passionate about lots of different things and so graceful and so elegant, and you know, just made me want to be a better person, like in all aspects of my life, just even outside of beauty, you know. And I feel like the Victoria's Secret fashion show girlies are literally my like football, like the way people love like NBA or NFL or FIFA. Victoria's Secret is my sport. But Victoria's Secret from like what, 1998 to 2018. The 2023 show was I feel like they did that. I have a theory that they did that purposely, and they're gonna bring back the normal shows, and I'm praying that that's the case. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the concealer. Oh, guys, also some of my makeup is a bit musty, sorry, don't judge me, I'm not a dirty girl. But this is a Fenty powder. It's a pressed powder though, but I use it to like I shake my actual setting powder in the pan, and then like it mixes with the blotting powder, I don't know. But this is the setting powder that I use. It is the Makeup Revolution. It's the Makeup Revolution one. It's so old, guys. Also, oh my gosh, can we talk about like owning very old makeup? I feel like some of my makeup is like older than some friendships that I have. Honestly, like I think I've had makeup longer than I've had relationships. Jump scare. Like I have these 3 powders, but I only use this one these days because like I've changed my makeup routine loads of times. And yeah, no, the way I've literally had this longer than I think I've had any. I've had some friendships like surpass some friendships. Not even on the beef thing, just on a like, we're still friends now, but I was friends with the makeup setting powder before. I just like to use this kind of as the way of getting the powder. I got this recently, guys. It's Triangle Powder Puff. absolutely changed the game. And what I do is I just press into the top part of like the triangle, and then I just, to get the excess off. And then, why don't I like the way the concealer is sitting on my face right now? And then I just go like this. So what is really important for me when I'm applying my powders is that I use it to like shape my nose. This technique I got from this makeup influencer. I don't even know if she's a makeup influencer, but I was watching this makeup tutorial on TikTok. I cannot remember her name. I put it on the screen. And she used this technique when doing like her powder. Like she basically made like a, I can't explain it, but she went like this. Like she made like a square under her eye and then used it to like shape her nose. And then I've been doing that technique since, and low-key like sis 8. So yeah, that's what I do now. And I also like to do over my eyes, because my eyes my eye concealer always creases, especially because I don't even have oily skin, but I have oily eyelids. So on my eyelid, if I'm not wearing powder, it like just separates and it's weird. But I don't need to use a lot, like just a bit of, I mean this is a lot today, but that's not the point. But even just a bit of eyeshadow normally does the job. But again, like I said, I'm gonna be out the whole day, because guys, imagine I was just chilling, and then I'm seeing the group chats pinging off. I'm thinking, what's going on? These men are talking about, yeah, we'll link at 3. What time are you free? Not to me though, like to each other. And then I'm thinking, guys, like, what's going on? They're like, oh, we're planning what we're doing during the daytime. I was like, when did we say we're doing something in the daytime? It's crazy. But obviously I'm not mad, because it's not like I was doing anything else. But it's just funny because it's like not me finding out my plans for my own birthday, like literally like midnight of the birthday. But it's not like it was a problem. I just thought it was quite funny. But I go light with the powder over the laugh lines, and I just go heavy like under my eyes and on my nose. So yeah, and what I love about my technique is like if I kind of overset, I contour with a powder, so it just completely like cleans it up. But this is where we're at right now. Now while this is setting, we're going to do the eyebrows. So for my eyebrows, I'm using this. It's the Your Glam eyebrow pencil. It's literally from Daiso in Japan. I think a very similar British dupe is the MUA pencil. I used to use that as well, like the micro pencil. So what we're going to do is we're going to fluff out the brows just to get some sort of shape. I recently shaved and like shaped my eyebrows. I used to pluck them, but that's so much effort now. I just kind of shave them and then get some scissors and trim them down. Actually, I'm going to dust off the powder on my eyelid. Also, when you're dusting off a powder, I've said it before on my channel, but use your foundation brush to dust off your powder, not a separate brush, because it keeps your face warm. Because obviously the powders can be very like cooling and make you like basically look like cold and pale, but the foundation brush basically brings back that warmth. My technique is I draw the bottom. Oh no, that was kind of messy. Yeah, I draw the bottom, and I feel like most of your eyebrow shape comes from the bottom. So as long as that's clean, whatever's above is not that deep. So I do the bottom like that, and then I line the top to make the tail like a bit more fuller, and then I lightly like drawing the eyebrow on top ever so lightly like this. Oh, that looks crazy. Then get the spoolie side and we brush it out. My camera stopped recording. I'm not sure when it stopped recording, but basically we're talking about what is in and what's out for the new year. I feel like out is insecurities. I feel like the girls be insecure, and when I say girls, that counts for guys as well. I call everyone girls. Everyone of all genders is girls to me. And yeah, I feel like insecurities are so out. Like I feel like we really need to, I feel like this year was the year of like a lot of self-improvement and like just wanting to look better and feel better. Like we had a lot of influencers come up who were literally, their entire brand was just like self-help. I feel like we had so many influencers who literally became popular because they just helped people feel more confident. And I feel like next year is the year where we're gonna really, confidence is just gonna be like overflowing in abundance for all of us, you know what I mean? In next year is confidence, and out this year is insecurities. Let's do 2 more. Also guys, I think it's eyeshadow time. So while I'm prepping for the eyeshadow, let's keep talking. I think what else? I think this year I've really been getting more experimental with my fashion. I've been playing around with it. I've been playing around with it a lot more. I've been trying new styles. I've been doing some crazy avant-garde type looks. I've been doing a lot more like simple minimal looks. I feel like I've just really been enjoying playing around with fashion, and I feel like maybe next year is the year we start playing around with makeup. I know people have been talking about like hating the whole clean girl makeup trend. I personally am a clean girl makeup kind of girl, and I will stick like that. But sometimes it's like, let's put a little glitter on the eye, you know, let's put a little, like even me with like my nails, I normally only do a French manicure, not French manicure, French tip, and you can see like I've did some gems, so it's still like a French tip, but it's a bit more like fun. Like I've played around with the gems, but it still has the color palette that I like, so I still feel comfortable. But like there's cute little stuff going on, and I feel like next year is playing around with that kind of stuff a bit more. I know people are saying that bows apparently are out. Guys, bows never left, and bows will never leave. Like I've been having like bows in my hair, bows like always in my hair. I recently bought earrings which have bows. Like I love bows, and I feel like if you just started using bows and now you're talking about bows are out for next year, you was never really a bow girly. Like you're just trying to be some fake coquette ass. Let me not even start screaming on this internet today. Bows were never going to be out, because bows are just, that's like saying like bread is out and water is out and air is out. No, the way we breathe and eat, and yeah, bows are also around. Let's not be silly. Let's get onto the eyeshadow, guys. And the tip with eyeshadow, for those who don't really like do eyeshadow or want to start playing around with eyeshadow a bit more, the tip is you go from outwards in. So whatever color you see on the furthest out, you do that first, and then you work towards the pupil. So she has a lot of brown first. Like her eye, even though it's like a smoky eye, her eyes are still very brown. So me and my cheap, broken, dirty ass makeup. This is a makeup palette. It's by the same brand of the eyebrow pencil, Your Glam, which is a Japanese brand that sells in Daiso. And again, Daiso is basically the Japanese version of Poundland, or maybe Walco, I should say. It's a bit more bougie than Poundland. The price is a Poundland, but the quality is like Walco. And yeah, we're gonna warm up the eye with this brown. There's like so many palettes. I don't even know the name of this one, guys. I'm so sorry, but it's the one that has this combination inside. So we've gone in with the brown, and then I also want to, so this is actually a bronzer which I use as a contour. Is the Makeup Revolution Glow bronzer. Everyone knows it's the dupe for the Fenty one, so it looks like on the inside, although mine broke, so this is it broken and fixed back, so that's why it looks a bit bumpy, but still works perfectly fine. But I want to get a bit of that because it seems like she has a bit of a red undertone going on, and the bronzer actually has a nice little red undertone, so I feel like mixing that in with the brown eyeshadow that's a bit more on the cooler side will have a nice little neutral balance. I know some people do their their eyeshadows first, but I can't do that. Like I just can't do that. I'd rather like neaten it up with some powders later than do the eyeshadow, because that means I'm gonna have concealer without like a foundation set, which is insanity. So we're gonna go in with the same brown. Guys, look, I've hit pan. You don't understand. This is the best brown eyeshadow I've ever used, literally. And now I'm gonna go under my eye, because I feel like people maybe are watching this right now. Anyone watching Singles Inferno? Guys, I love Singles Inferno. Like when I heard they were dropping a season 3, I remember when my friend told me, I was in I think I was in our house. No, it was at school, and I literally started dancing. I'm not even kidding. I feel like if I could speak Korean and was Korean, Singles Inferno was a show that would be a show that I'd love to go on, honestly. I feel like the concept is so cute and fun, and I also love how it's not overly sexual. A lot of the dating shows that we have like here in, not here, but in the West, like America, Australia, Australia's not even the West, but you guys know what I mean. I'm talking in academic terms, excuse me. But in like the white people countries, the dating shows we have are can be be quite vulgar, and I feel like dating shows like Singles Inferno bring a lovely sort of like very wholesome approach to dating and relationships, which I think is really nice. Like even if they like share a bed, the panelists like literally start panicking, like, oh my gosh, not them sharing a bed, not them holding hands. And like, even though it's kind of like, please, these are grown adults, but like I get it, because it's like those sort of things should be intimate, you know. But I feel like we live in a culture and a society where like everyone just frees it up. But there's anything wrong with it, free it up. In fact, I want you to free up 10 times. But it is nice also to like see, you know, like very innocent, like a very innocent approach to dating, at least televised. I'm not saying that these people are innocent in dating. They could be the halls of Babylon, running the streets of Seoul amok, you know. But at least on the screen, it's nice. I feel like growing up watching shows like Love Island and like I don't know, other dating shows, and people are literally having sex on TV, is kind of crazy. Like I feel like that's actually a very not normal thing to be like seeing, but it is life. For the black, I actually want to get guys, not me almost breaking the foundation, the what's it called, the palette. This palette, guys, now this palette damn near might be older than me. Okay, that's the stretch, but this palette is definitely older than some friends that I have. They sell the same, it's Makeup Revolution again. Like guys, look, the lid's even broken. They still sell this palette, but it looks completely different now. But I've literally had this again. I think I used this for my prom when I was 16, but I think I've had it since before then, maybe since I was like 15. I'm a bit nervous. I've done a smoky eye once before, but it didn't really turn out how I wanted. So that's why I'm actually quite nervous. So this is the brush I'm using. This is from Japanese Poundland, Daiso. And we're gonna go in with the black that's in this palette. I can't even tell you what palette this is, guys. This palette is very, very old. It's very, very old. I think it's older than some cousins. I think I have some cousins that were born after I got this palette, which is crazy. So getting the black very lightly, gonna brush over the lid and work it up really, 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 really carefully, because this black is quite pigmented, so I love it. The palette probably back in them days, palette probably cost £5, and I was probably still crying to give them the £5 for it. These days, same palette probably $15.99. Flipping cost of living crisis. What we're gonna do, guys? It's crazy. So I'm doing it really lightly, and I'm just brushing it upwards, brushing it upwards, like that. And then I'm getting this brush, which is kind of clean. I've used it for black before, so it's got a bit of black on it, and I'm gonna just use that to really buff out the... Ooh, why is that doing that? Okay, we'll fix that later. And that's just to buff out the edge like that. And then I'm gonna go back in with the brown. Also, guys, excuse the brush. This is my favorite brush. Like, it's the perfect shape, and I don't know how, but I've somehow lost the handle of it. So this is what we're doing. Like, this is giving very much like ghetto makeup tutorial, but hey ho. Smooth that out. I think that looks fab. Now this is where it gets tricky. We need to do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm getting this brush, which is like a very flat, fluffy brush, and we're gonna go into the black. And now with this, because you don't want a brush, you don't want a lot of fallout, so what you're gonna do is just dab on the what's that called, the fatty part under your eye, but like damn near the waterline, so it really has like a nice little blend. Guys, the bottom lash line is perfect, but I do want the lid to be a bit more darker, like how it is in her photo. So I'm just gonna go back on my lid, and right on my lash line I'm gonna really go a bit more heavy with the foundation, but using the same brush so that the pigment is like a lot stronger. And then what's your guys' stance on eyeliner with a smoky eye? Because I feel like there isn't really a point. Like, it never really slaps unless we're doing like a cut crease, but because I want it to be a bit more, I don't want it to be too sharp. Maybe I'll do like a small wing. Anyway, your Glam eyeliner, gel eyeliner, and we're gonna go in the waterline Ooh, guys, wait, not actually slapping. Hold on, not actually looking cute. Now for the, I think the picture's not clear enough to see what she does with the eyeliner. But I'm just gonna use that gel liner and make a little wing. And then I'm gonna get that flat little brush from earlier. I'm just gonna blend it out. Just to give a little something. I need to clean up the eyeshadow because it looks kind of crazy. So I'm just gonna gently hit it with a Q-tip. I don't want it to be like sharp, but I just want it to be a bit neater. So I'm just using a Q-tip just to like pick up some of the pigment. And then I'm just gonna go back in with that powder in the triangle path, just to really sharpen it out, like this. Gonna hit the contour and blush, literally my favorite part of my whole routine. So contour is the bronzer, I can't speak, it's the bronzer, like there, forehead, and jawline. Guys, please blend your makeup into your neck. Don't ever be afraid of doing that, trust me. This thing is running out of battery, I'm getting very scared. Okay, no more talking, just makeup. Nose, the brush, the same powder that we did the contour with. Now guys, this is something I had to learn the hard way, is when you're contouring your nose, like don't contour for the shape of your nose. Like, I used to do it so tiny, so I used to bring my contour very small, but that's really not necessary. I contour exactly like on the sides of my nose, like not on my nose but on the sides. Then I don't want it to be too sharp, so we go over it with the foundation brush just to lighten it up a bit. Bottom lash line. What's this? Now this is a bit bougie, I think. Was it Maybelline? I don't know. I took this mascara off my cousin, I'm gonna be so real. Because the applicator is so good for my lashes. Guys, this might be the best Smokey eye I think I've ever done. So this is, yeah, this I really recommend. It's Sky High, I think it's Maybelline. Sky High. The applicator is so good for girls with like really short curly lashes. Like, I don't know, it just works so well. These are some like really natural lashes. I can't stand a stupidly full 25mm Mink eyelash. Like, his life is never that serious, guys. If I'm going to brunch with you, there's no reason why your lashes should be talking back at me. That's just me though. Before everyone starts saying that I'm not a girl's girl or some BS like that, that's just my personal preference. Now if you wear it, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna think you look cute, because I just think everyone looks cute. But yeah, so lash glue is the duo glue, and it's the black one with the thin tip. Guys, this is the lash glue you want to use. Break free from the bonding glue. I see you using bonding glue. Side eye. So what I do is I apply the lash glue like eyeliner. I get the lash and it just slides. It just, oh guys, it's almost like it's magnetic. Literally so fab. And it's on just like that. Just like that. Guys, wow. No, someone hire me, because I low-key think I ate this, I can't lie. I low-key think I ate this. Although I do think I look kind of crazy in person, but I actually don't care. For blush, I use this Rimmel Maxi blush. I'm not sure what colour this shade is, but it's this one. I think it's the darkest, like most red one. Guys, I'm hitting pan. It's too fab. Let's get a blush brush, I guess, I don't know. And with my blush, I like to really take it into my temples. I like it when it mixes with the contour, because then it makes a nice little like red-ish thing. If you see in the picture with Jasmine, she has that same kind of like vibe. Like, she really brings the blush up into the temples and then back down on the cheek, and then it mixes in with the bronzer, and it's too cute. And I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I like having my face like red up here. Just warm it up again. And now it's time for the best part, which is the lips. So just to give my lips some moisturizing, I'm just using this bit of gloss just so it's not bone dry. So as you can see, her lips are like a brown with like a nudish brown in the middle. So I've gotten this Canmake, or I don't know if it's like Canmake, I don't know if it's like a Japanese pronunciation, but Canmake Tokyo. And I believe this is actually an eyeliner, like that. And I'm just gonna line my lips with this first. Wow, that formula. So we've done the outline, we've done the liner. Now for the inside, Cezanne or Cezanne, I'm not sure how you pronounce it in Japanese, color 504. The liner, by the way, was medium brown, was the shade color. And it's this color. It's an orangey brown. And I've gotten this one. Yeah, Cezanne color 3 in the color and glossy lip line. I'm just gonna go over it. This is MUA Makeup gloss. I'm just gonna do the little middle bit of my mouth with it. Blend out around those lips. And that is the look done. So I'm gonna take off. Okay, the hair's not crunchy, the hair's not crunchy. So I've taken off the scarf and everything. And this is the look, guys. I'm gonna put on a little jewelry, do my hair, and then I'll show you guys what's going on. And this is the final look. Is it giving Jasmine? In the picture, she's like posing like this way. She's like, oh, what's she doing? She's like this. She's like. And here is the finished look. I definitely forgot to record an outro, so here's a voiceover. If you like this makeup tutorial and you want some more in the future, I guess let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.